So I figure I might as well make a video about this, because you never know what I end up doing down the road or who wants to see this. But anyhow, I'm making a mid-mount drag for on probably parts and pieces here, or any Gravely is what I'm going to try and make it for and just see how it works out. But I'm building a drag like a fellow has for on the 3-point up there, but it's the first time he showed up all summer, and I had plans to build one anyhow, so guess what I'm doing? I was building one. So I started out with it's actually some 3-inch, that might be thicker than 1/4-inch angle iron, that might be closer to 5/16 or something. It's pretty tough stuff. Even to bend it with my press, I have to cut and notch it, which is a bit of a challenge. Cutting it isn't really a problem, bending it is a little bit interesting. But anyhow, getting this so to work, this is going to be fairly heavy. This is the end of night 1. I put about an hour into this tonight. Plus going to his place after work and digging through the scrap pile, talking to him and whatnot. So the only other thing I really need to do, and obviously I need to weld up where I cut them, and I got to decide if I want to bend them in more or not, because these were just kind of like guess cuts I did. I measured in, made some pie cuts. This one was actually bent right about here, so I cut in the middle of the bend to bend it in a little bit more to match the angle on this side, or pretty close. It's within a 1/4 inch for sure. I'll have to get a little better measurement of it tomorrow, but for right now it's decent. So anyhow, it's 5'4" wide is what it is right now. I was figuring 5 foot, so 5'4" would be okay, because my 9N is 60 inches, or roughly about 5 foot if I want to convert this into a 3-point later on or something. Because what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to mount everything to the motor deck carriage. I want to be able to sit it flat on the ground, and I can hold the front up a little bit with that. I'm going to cut another piece and put like a diffuser in there. The diffuser will kind of, I want an angle in it bent like so it kind of like diffuses it out. But it only needs to be about as wide as this back part here, which is roughly 30 inches is what I have right now. So I need a chunk like yay to put in there, and what that does, it just knocks the dirt off in front of it and then kind of disperses it evenly, and that basically the back part finishes it is what we want, and then it won't have any down pressure, so it's semi free to float, so you don't really want to be cutting material with it. So anyhow, just gonna try and build this and see how it works out. I don't know, we'll see. What's the worst thing that happens? Doesn't work, and I cut up a perfectly good piece of free steel that had a bunch of bends in it, like it had a gnarly twist like this in it. Not quite as bad. This one's pretty bad twist. I was like, oh yeah, I'll press that out of there. This shit's thicker than my press. It almost ate my press. So lesson learned there, but anyhow, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll get back on this tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Thursday already. So only a week and 2 days. Ah, jeez. So, later guys. So, night 2 of working on this grater blade, and I got this 69 430 out again. Wait, where do I want to start? Trials and tribulations of making a drag. Yeah, don't mind this. I just have that clamped on there to get an idea of the weight with that on there. And from what I'm seeing, I need to fabricate a longer lift rod so it'll sit down flat. What else? I'm gonna have to take them brackets off the back again, because you can see they're about drug in the dirt. And I might end up cutting those off, even with the deck carriage, just because they are so close to the ground they'll be dragging. Although, no, I was gonna say you can almost use them like mini rippers or something. So I don't know. So far, I haven't modified anything to the point of it could not be put back. But the other thought I have a thought of using like the snowplow latch setup. Just have it come like straight out and mount to this, and then the lift rod pick it up and down, like the same the snowplow would, up and down, like a snowplow frame. So I'm looking at that. So really I'm just thinking, because I'm to the point right now where I'm going to have to start mobifying stuff. And I mean, all I've done is put some notches in some angle iron so far to get where I'm at. And obviously I need to add, there's going to be like webbing that goes from here back to here, etc. So, yeah. This back here is like it's 5'4" from point to point across right now. So it's like a five foot thing of, I'd bet you that's every bit of 5/16 steel. Hold on a second. Here's my finger in comparison. It is literally about a third of my finger. It's some pretty tough stuff. I don't think it's 3/8. I would bet you it's 5/16. Which is plenty heavy for what I'm building this for, because I do believe the mower deck carriage will get bent up long before that will. So, yeah. It's just where I'm at. This plan might get modified. It might end up having a snowplow frame, because I have an old junky, it might even be a wheel horse frame, with a section about yay long on the back that has the right width mounts there. So I could, in theory, mount this to that, and then the lift would be on this section up here with this in the webbing up here. So I'm just gonna look into that sort of stuff, and when I figure it out, I will get back to you guys. And while I was down here, I also noticed, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it, not really easy, but how loose the steering shaft is. Oh, can't get my hand on it real good. Hold on. Switching hands. Sorry. She is pretty loose. That's the one nice thing about this old style steering with the pie gear. They're a lot more forgiving. So this is going to need some work on that before it goes anywhere. I have to look. There might be supposed to be a bushing in there. But regardless, it works, and I think that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight. Just going to kind of unclamp some stuff, and I'm going to call it a night. I'm tired, to be honest with you guys. About 8 o'clock, so time to call it an evening. I'm stuttering, rambling on, just tired. So till tomorrow night. Later, guys. Tomorrow's Friday. Don't really matter when you work Saturday. Son of a bitch. Alrighty, guys. This is the end of what I consider each night, like night 3. I really only get to put maybe, realistically, maybe an hour and a half into this stuff every night. Maybe 2 hours, because if I stay out here till 8:30, which it's 8:15 right now, that would be 2 hours out here. But anyhow, I've gotten the front. Hopefully it's not too dark. You guys can't see exactly, but do better video in the daylight. But anyhow, I got the front diffuser plate kind of mocked up in there. Here we go, if I can keep my big body out of the light there. It's mocked in here. These are not welded in here yet. I'm going to weld them in to hold it fast to this front diffuser plate, and to hold this back here. And if I hold this back here, well, I think I'm still going to weld that right there anyhow. But I have tested it without any of this being welded together. It's just bolted together. And I need to drill one more hole down in there to put another bolt up through, because there's 2 right now. I have the other, I forget what those are called, but they're like buckles. Like I put 1/2-inch bolts in either side of it. So those are threaded spacers. But it seems to work alright. The only modification, and I won't even call it a modification, it's actually standard procedure on the later mowers, is I put the 1/4-inch bolts in the frame right here to make it lift more even, and it keeps the front end from kicking around and stuff. The one kind of weird thing I noticed about this while I was running it is if you go backwards with it and you hold up on the lift a little bit, you can actually like back blade pretty good with it, you know, to like actually dig. So I think this setup's gonna work pretty good. I think if you try and move a lot of dirt with it, because it has the ability to float, it'll just ride up. But for the small piles of stuff we have up there, I think it'll work. And if worse comes to worse, it's not like I can't add weight to this or throw some more steel at it or something, you know. You know, guys, because I can add weight to this mower deck lift about anywhere I want to. I could get a suitcase weight, or I don't know. I mean, I do have, I wouldn't want to cut it or anything, but I have this big blob of lead right here. And this deck is actually pretty heavy from that lead. Unless it has a donut weight underneath it. I don't think it does, but regardless, I could get some weight in there somehow if I had to. So yeah, I think that's about all I really got for tonight. Got everything functioning and working alright. I'm gonna have to run this a little bit more, but I found the piece I put in the front is actually a little bit too far forward. So if you raise it up while you're turning, it'll actually rub the tires right there, but only right in the center. So if you have it the whole way up, it's fine. If you have it the whole way down, it's fine. It's only if you pick it up while you're turning left or right. So basically you have to go down to the end of the track, pick it up, then turn around, and then drop it back down once you're going back straight. So it's not going to be like a huge deal breaker, but I think it might work out pretty good, you know. So I'm going to have both these attachments up at the track. Will I have two tractors? Probably not, because this will be good for like getting the track leveled out first thing in the morning, and then this will be like what we use all day, I think. So I may or may not end up using the lift rod off of this, and then I could, if I just use this one lift rod, then this too could have, you know, a little bit of down pressure, but I don't know that I really want that per se. So anyhow, these are supposed to be short updates, and I keep blabbing on when I start talking. So anyhow, guys, maybe catch you tomorrow night after work. Tomorrow is Saturday. Going to look at some tractors that are for sale from a guy's estate. And Sunday, I'm getting a tractor given to me for free. So you know how it goes. So anyhow, I'm gonna get this tractor in the door enough so the door will shut. I think I can do that. And catch you guys tomorrow. Sun's going down. Alrighty guys, so I don't know if you guys can hear or not, but still got the welder on cooling down, but just welded this together. I'm not going to get too close because my welds are by no means perfect. Actually over here, this one here is effing terrible, but that was the last one I did, and the welder might be getting near its heat cycle, which it'll start welding kind of weird. But anyhow, that one there looks pretty decent. So I'm gonna give it a college try here on the driveway. Although I don't know if it'll really perform with gravel like it will powdered dirt. So if I make a huge mess out of the driveway and you guys never hear from me again, you'll know why. Screw up my mom's driveway. That's a good way to lose your life. I spent a lot of time raking. A lot of time raking is good. So anyhow, let me putter with this and see what happens. It did rain a little bit today finally, so no dust. There's kind of a ridge in the center of the driveway here I'm kind of working. The only thing I'll say is this. I might have to try a longer lift rod on this. What I need to do is try the one off the blade that's on the 8000. So anyhow, looks like rain. I think you guys can see back that direction. Kind of sunny over there. Now you guys can see. So I'm gonna get my stuff picked up, and that's gonna be it for tonight. It's probably been almost a week since I got the scrap metal, but like I said, I have not put a solid night into this in quite a while. So anyhow, it's starting to rain now, so later guys.